Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to From the Office of Stafford Tiger, and I'm your host, Stafford Tiger, obviously. And today is case three. They let you go, so let it be. That's the name of this conversation we're about to have. So, the point of this title and this conversation is for me to tell you guys and re enlighten you. Stop choosing things and people that don't choose you back because virtually you're just wasting your time, and we don't have time for that. You want to know how? Let's spend the next 15 minutes breaking that down, all right? So, the thing about it is, different people come into our lives for different reasons, correct? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're meant to stay in our lives. They're there to teach us a lesson and to sharpen us in a certain way to learn better, correct? Now, even though every let go, every person that leaves you, or every potential heartbreak you may have, it may not feel good and it may feel negative in the beginning. But let me tell you, you can turn that into something so positive. Like, for an example, a relationship, a long friendship. I know I've talked to people and met people that have been friends with people for like 20 years and then they're not friends no more. I've heard of people being married for a couple decades and then suddenly they're not married anymore. Now, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to hurt. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to miss that person. But at the end of the day, like they say, everything happens for a reason. So what you want to do is take what just happened to you and what you just experienced, and you want to flip that around to something positive. Like, I've seen people stay in bad relationships for a long time. But what you need to know and recognize, and hopefully what that relationship will teach you, for an example, is your worth. It teaches you your worth, and it teaches you that that's not something that you will settle for or go for again. That friendship that you had that you let go, that's not something that you're going to allow again. You're not going to allow someone to come into your life that has a hidden motive or a hidden agenda that's going to be there to take advantage of you. So it's about basically realizing your potential. And the thing is, if you have roadblocks, sometimes you may not realize that that potential person is a roadblock. Sometimes you don't realize that that person that you let into your space is actually keeping you down. I call it a secret toxic person, or whatever you want to call that person. Call it a demon, you can call it a setback, it depends. But the thing is, sometimes people weigh you down that you bring into your life and you don't realize it because you don't want to be by yourself. You just want a friend or you want a lover or a relationship. But you have to know when to draw the line. You have to know when to leave that person and say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore because what good do they bring you? If you really sit down, I love this person or this person is my friend. Sit down and evaluate, why are you so unhappy around them or with them? Or why is it that it seems like you're the one that's always bringing stuff to the table and they're not bringing anything to the table? You have to sit down and weigh out the pros and cons. And if you got more cons than pros, then you should probably kick them to the curb like a pro soccer player. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing about it is we all come across good people in our paths. We all come across bad people, and sometimes you got to weigh out the people. You got to weigh out your acquaintances, your associates, your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your spouses, your co-workers, your neighbors, your pets. No, not pets. I'm just I'm just kidding, not pets. But you got to weigh out the different human beings you come across because you need to know when to jump out before you get burned. And if you do get burned, then you need to rest assured that you don't let that happen to you ever, ever again. And another thing is, what I want to say is, because I've met people that go through this as well, I'm never dating again. No one is my friend. I'm never opening up to anyone else again. I'm never doing this or never that. Don't bring, do not bring what you experienced in the past into a new relationship. Because if you're looking for true honesty and genuineness in a significant other and a friend or something, this person could potentially be it. So don't judge too soon. I know it's hard. I know you've been through a lot. I know it ain't fair. I know it sucks, but don't close yourself off because in the end, you're doing yourself a disservice because this person could be truly who and what you wanted. That could be that best friend that you are friends with till y'all leave this earth. That can be the person you marry and die with. You never know. So don't let the past affect future relationships, and don't bring the past into new relationships, because what you start to do is you're punishing the next person for something that someone else in the past did to you. You can't undo what they did. The best thing you can do, like I just said earlier, is to learn from it. Learn from that abuse, that hurt, that neglect, those lies that were being told, or your name being scandalized, whatever it is that this person did to you or took from you. You learn from it and you grow from it and you stand up. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to hurt. Give yourself a day or a week or a month, depending on the circumstances, to cry, hurt, feel what you need to feel, but go right through it. You go right through it. You feel everything you need to feel, but you make sure that you eventually reach that light at the end of the tunnel, and that you come out on the other side and you come out on top of what you did, and you put that underneath you and you keep moving forward, because it's only you that's in control of your destiny. It's you that's in control of who you let in your life. But the biggest lie that we've all been told, you guys, is that we don't need anyone. And that's not true. That's the biggest lie that's ever been told to man. We all need somebody. It's always good to have at least one, two, or three good friends. We all need someone though, because you need someone to talk to. You need someone to lean on. You may need someone to assist you with something, because we don't know everything. None of us know everything. But where we fall short is where our friends or our significant others come in at. So you always want to leave your heart and your spirit open and love like you've never been hurt before. Even if you've been hurt a lot, you need to still believe, and don't close your mind, close your heart off and be negative, thinking that everyone is against you, because everyone's not out to get you. I know what you went through is tough, but everyone is not out to get you. They actually are good people out here that mean you some good and that you can have something good with. You know what people tell me sometime when I like at work or even friends, when we get together and we laugh and we talk, or I say silly things. You know, some of them tell me, "Oh, I haven't laughed like that since the last time we've been together." You know, it's been a long time since I laughed like that, or I didn't think about it like that. That's because it involves you building community and having other people around you. Now, I'm not saying just openly go in and trust people. Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up and you take your time. But don't judge a person too quickly. Practice good judgment. And since you went through the hailstorm that you went through in the past, then you know. That's not funny. No, no, I'm just saying though, like I'm saying, you know what to look out for this time. You recognize a snake when you see one. You recognize a genuine soul when you see one. You recognize a manipulator when you see it. You recognize a Jesus in disguise like type person. I would say, I don't know what word to use. I can't think about it right now, but you know what you're looking at when you see it, and through that you grow. You grow and you become a better person for tomorrow. And the thing about it is, you go through chapters, and sometimes some people, they're a part of a past chapter, but in your new chapter, in your next chapter, you want people there. You want good people there. As every chapter and every good or bad situation ends, something new is starting and something new is beginning. But you always want to go into it eager at what life has to throw at you, eager with who you're going to cross paths with. You don't know. I mean, it's people that I work with that I became friends with who I still talk to today. But had I said, "Oh, everybody's a bad person," and just close them out, I wouldn't have people to call when I have a question about something. I wouldn't have people to hang out with, to invite to different places. It's all about just keeping your options and your mind open, because we do need each other at the end of the day. We really do. Now, what I will say though, on the flip side, those bad and those toxic people, what am I going to do without them? What am I going to do without them? Well, I can't make it without this person. And yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because guess what? You're not making it with them. Because why are you so unhappy? Why does it always feel like you're getting the short end of the stick? You're not making it now. You would do yourself a lot more service, a lot more better if you got rid of them. Because what you're doing, not only are you taking up space from the good people that's coming into your life, but you letting it weigh you down, just like I said earlier. You're letting it weigh you down, and you're not taking the necessary steps towards sitting with yourself and maybe potentially being alone for a little while so that you can get your thoughts and get yourself together, because this person is nothing but a toxic distraction to you. And they're not taking you anywhere. My thing is, what y'all need to realize is, if a person does not have your best interest, if they're not helping you grow, they don't check on you, they don't stay in touch with you, which we all get busy. So sometimes you may not hear from a friend for a little while because that's just the way it goes in life sometimes. But the thing is, if a person does not have your best interest and you know it, then what are we doing here? Because just because you laugh and you talk and you hang out with a person, like I said in the past, I think I said this in a case too. When you just because you laugh and you hang out with a person and stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that's your friend. If anything, that's just an acquaintance or an associate. And that's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But friendship, someone who says they love you, someone that's dating you, someone that is your spouse or significant other, they're not gonna have hidden agendas. They're not gonna use you for anything. If anything, it's going to be an even exchange, a give and a take. Y'all sharpen each other because that's what friends do. You catch them when they fall. Trust fall is what they call it, I think. So, with that being said, if the ship goes down, you make sure you wear a life jacket because you got a lot more living to do. So you can't afford to go under. But that situation and that relationship, it may dissolve, but you'll always meet a better somebody for a better tomorrow. So just do your best to remain a beautiful person even when it gets hard. You can do this even when you got a broken heart. So just take note and try to do that. Okay. So that's all I have for this therapy session, quote unquote. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, that's all I got for you for this case. Just love like you've never been hurt, and if they let you go, it was probably for a reason, so let it be. And you keep your head looking towards the next chapter and what's gonna be there for tomorrow, okay? So thank y'all so much for listening, and have a good rest of your day. And don't forget to go out into the world and don't be a moment, okay? Be a lifetime. Because a lifetime lasts a lot longer, okay? Thank you.